What's going on, everyone? Back at you with another game, and today we've got Big Shaky Boy, Shake 2020, and playing as the civilization he is pretty much known for being his main civilization. Does play other civs, but Sweden definitely his strongest civilization. And it's actually good to see Sweden played on the ladder, because if it wasn't for Shake, like, there would only be the top players that play random civilization in ranked pool that play Sweden, because they just happen, the randomizer just happens to pick Sweden that time. Because honestly, there's since the Aussie Drongo days, Sweden are not what they once were. You don't see many Sweden mains at all anymore. There is very few of them. And I'm glad he deleted that top as I talk about a Sweden main. He makes a huge mistake there, but manages to resolve that mistake. And yeah, so Sweden are not a very good 1v1 ranked ladder civilization. They're definitely on the lower end of the tier list. It's not to say that they're a bad civ per se, but they do struggle. They do have lots of bad matchups, and I think that's the biggest problem with Sweden. They have lots of bad matchups. They get out-tempoed very early by civs like France, Spain, Brits. They get out-ecoed by Brits. And they do just quite struggle. But they're very good on certain maps. And they do have hacker pellets. That is the one redeeming factor, is they have hacker pellets, one of the best units in the game, one of the best monocomp units. I can't think of many units that are better than a hacker pellet. I really can't. So those guard Drabants, guard hacker pellets do be pretty damn strong. All right, let's have a look at the deck then. He does have the Cav deck open. So does have thoroughbreds, Finn horses, that one is. That's Hussar and hacker pellet hit points. Does have cav combat, ranged cavalry combat. Does have the cavalry damage. Does have the trample tactics as well, which is again another nice buff to hacker pellets. Has 5 of them in his deck as well. So yeah, so I mean, might see it here. It's definitely their best build. Honestly, you don't really see Caroleans much anymore. That's how good hacker pellets are. You actually don't see their Caroleans very often. In team games, you do. Team games still very strong civ, but yeah, not the best civ in 1v1, that's for sure. Okay, going up though against Psionic, going for his infamous 12-10. Now, Psionic's been playing lots of different civs recently. We are catching him playing France here, his main civ, main squeeze at the moment. Oh wait, and talk of the devil, Psionic playing his main squeeze, doing the build. He's honestly in the 2-3 months he's been playing, he's made this build right here infamous. With this card here, Northwest Passage. I put a video on YouTube already about this build and how insane it was at beating Baja California, how it just absolutely wrecks Baja California. Are we going to see that again against Sweden? We'll have to wait and see. But Psionic is an absolutely fantastic player. He streams a lot. So go and follow him. Shake does a lot in the community as well. Go follow the Free Food Party. That's a part of, he's a main part of the Free Food Party community. They've got a great website that you can watch games on and streams and all that sort of stuff, and just a generally really fun, friendly Discord. So go and follow that, and go and follow Psionic if you're on Twitch as well. Psionic, by the way, I'm pretty sure has reached like 2,200 elo. So this guy is just insane. If there's one player in the entirety of the game that in like the 20 years I've been playing this game, if there's one player that I have seen that has the most amount of potential in the game, it is this guy right here. I've never seen anyone make such vast improvements in such a short amount of time than this guy. It does help that he was a StarCraft pro before this, so he has a lot of an innate RTS skill, but still, that is still insane. Okay, so he's got a barracks. He's making some pikes. Only a batch of 2 though. But what's he sent here? Oh wow, so he sent 4. But he's going for pioneers. Oh my god, we might be seeing a villager rush in real time, baby. We may be seeing a villager rush in real time. A couple of pikes going forward. Does Sonic see anything going on here? No, he doesn't see the torps, but he sees these rings. He sees the dead herd, and he can see the rings, which must mean that there is a torp there. So he's going to find a torp. He's actually going to find a villager, which he might take a couple of pokey sticks at. Yeah, but you stabby wabby. And look, even moving a pipe in there to try and get a better positioning and move in front of the way, just be super annoying. Look, he's trying to micro one of them away. One of them keeps the snare, whilst the other kind of gets in front of him, so they don't bump into each other. It's really important that they don't bump into each other too much, because that can break the snare if they bump into each other and then the pathing goes all funky wonky. So yeah, but nice little batch there of the 2 pikemen at such an early stage as well. Very difficult to counter because of the 12-10. He aged up super fast, and it's just pure pikemen at the moment. Just pure pikemen at the moment. Torp's going down for Shake. Shake's actually gone for barracks rather than a stable. His deck does say cavalry, but maybe he sees the pikemen and wants to start Caroleans instead, which is, you know, safer. And look at this, pioneers into Northwest Passage. He really is already going for the villager rush. Let's go, baby. And on they go, charging forward. He's made a load of pikes. He's stacking 4 CDBs. I reckon these CDBs might stay in base and continue to gather. He's got blunderbuss. I'm sure he's already got great coats for them as well. 360 HP. Northwest Passage coming in. For anyone who doesn't know what this card does, it increases their speed by 20%. I think they get an extra all actions damage to Guardians as well. But look at this. 4.5 speed to 5.4 speed. That is such an insane increase to speed. And look at these guys go. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, it's a cartoon. It should be a joke, but this cartoon is as serious as they come. This is no Tom and Jerry. This is some Samurai Jack level shit, motherfucker. And he means business. Just instantly deleted. And look at this, just murdering, genociding these gazelles, not allowing Shake to herd it towards him. And I love how he just instantly meleeed down that poor villager. And all 3 Hussar batch, though. That's smart play, but he goes straight into the melee. Look, he's so good with this micro, knows that their ranged attack, or their hand attack is higher than their ranged attack, and they fire at 1.5 rate. Their melee attack is 1.5 fire rate, compared to the ranged attack, which is only 3 fire rate. So being in melee with CDBs is so important. It's so, so important. They do have range resist rather than melee resist, so you also have to remember that. They don't want to be taking hits in melee, but they want to be hitting in melee. And Shake gets a back herd here. That could be super detrimental. I love the confidence of Psionic right here. Not even bringing his pikeman into this fight when there's Hussars there. His pikeman is just deleting all of the torps. And look at this, 12 CDB still here. Shake needs to Shake have villagers in his TC. He does. Now, one thing to remember, that TC fire does double damage to villagers. So if you're ever having to deal against this, just remember that TC fire is very effective against villagers. But even with that being said, I still don't think it's going to matter. Shake is making the right unit right now. He is making Hussars. He's struggling for resources, though. He is struggling for resources. He's on 18 villagers. He has 9 torps. It's not a lot. His CDB is about to go down. He doesn't have any of the upgrades. He doesn't have ironworks. His villagers are getting bullied here. Psionic, though, is down to 6 villagers. He is down to 6 villagers. Is kind of all in, but he kind of also makes it not all in because he puts villagers on food. So it's kind of all in, but also there's still a little bit of eco behind it. He's actually shooting down villagers. These things have negative multi versus villagers in range. So they see there, they only do 25% damage. So they do about, what, 3 damage to villagers, which is not a lot at all. But in melee, they do the full 13 damage whack. So interesting how they have a negative multiplier versus villagers in range, but not in melee. So that's interesting. They also murder treasure guardians. They do so much damage to treasure guardians. So if there's any like big treasure guardians on the map, these guys will absolutely murder them. So kind of interesting thought about that. You know, there are some like big maps like Great Plains that have like huge like 4 cowboy treasure guardians protecting like 200 XP or something like that. So that's another fort. On maps like Great Plains, these CDBs, this Northwest Passage is really strong because they can kill very expensive treasure guardians to reap those big rewards. Psionic back up to 14. He's actually still making more pipe behind all of this as well. He's looks like, has he shipped 3 Hussars? He has. In they come. Pipeman attacking the Hussars, and Shaky Boy attacking there, thinking he can take a good fight, but I mean, he does, but at what cost did that come? Okay, Sonic can bait him in here. He does. Wow, Shake not paying attention. Shake, wake up, Sunshine. Shake is not paying attention. Poor Shake. He's getting murdered. That was a big batch of Hussars that he really needed to keep in his base to protect himself from the villagers. Okay, 2 lever cannons coming in. That's the 2 lever cannon card. That will do really well versus Pikes. More Hussars. He's squeezing them out. Okay, kills those Pikes. Defends his stable, which is really good. But Psionic on the raid here. Shake going to be losing so many vills here. There's 9 villagers that he's going to lose. That is so many. He's going to be on less villagers than Psionic. And Psionic's been attacking with them. Oh, no, Shake, not like this. Not like this, Shake. He's still up 1,000 score, but the cards that Psionic has sent to help his villagers get more buff, get proper Giga Chad. They are literally Giga Chad villagers. They don't count towards score, so that is kind of like a hidden score. Shake down to 13 villagers. Wow. He does have 2 lever cannons. He's double raxing. He can't afford double racks at this stage. Okay, he's going to kill a Hussar. But this is looking pretty rough for him right now, not going to lie. He needs all of his villagers on food. I mean, what does he even send here? I mean, his best bet at this point is Ironworks, but he's only got, what, 4, 5, 6 torps on coins, so it's really not going to help him much at all. Probably be worth about 1 torp worth of gold. But Shake pushing, scores still quite close, but Shake's still if Shake can somehow manage to get a load of torps out here, but I don't know what he does. Does he build more villagers? Does he build more army? Does he try and torp out Boom? I don't know what he does here. I don't know what he does. Psionic, he got the memo. He knows exactly what to do. And somehow he's going to be aging up behind all of this. Where did the resources come from? Where did those resources come from? He shipped 700 coin. He still has Wilderness Warfare to Giga Chad buff his villagers even further. And he's actually going up with the Exile. He's on 18 villagers still. This is... Guys, we might actually be in some crazy villager rush meta with France, where this is a legit build, and you kind of push, you boom behind it, and then you kind of just up. Psionic might just be creating this new wacky-ass meta, and it is one of the most fun, insane things I've ever seen in this game, and I absolutely love it. Couple of Hussars from Shake. He's going to try and raid, but these guys, 360 HP, good luck with that. Good luck with the raid. These are the anti-raid raiding villagers. They are the ones that do the raiding, Sunshine, not the other way around. Psionic is in age 3. He must be thinking, what on earth is going on here? And honestly, I'm not sure why he's running, because he can actually take this. Oh, and he leaves lever cannons exposed. And literally a handful of French CDBs is going to be taking out one of the lever cannons here. French CDBs, they do have a 2 multiplier versus artillery at range. So they do 22 damage. Apart from, well, they do 22 damage, but this only takes 50%, so they do 11 damage. But that's pretty good for a villager. And look at this. This is how you defend a town center. He's murdering everything. Scab's coming out here as well. Halberdiers on the way. He doesn't stand a chance. The French CDBs are too good. The skirmishers are just microing in between their bodyguards, which are the CDBs here. And what a massacre. What a massacre. And poor Shake now down in score. He is on 8 villagers. Must be thinking, oh, look, there's even more. Psionic's been doing some even more raiding here. He's raided another God knows how many villagers whilst all of that fighting was going on. This guy is seriously insane. He is so, so good. And Shake's only on 8 torps. He does not know what has hit him. I think he's given up at this point. And Psionic with the villager rush. Can we call this a semi-villager rush FF? I don't know. Maybe we can. But just deleting everything before he presses that GG. He is not happy. And he just got villager rushed by Psionic. This is some next level meta mind fuckery stuff going on right here. Guys, this is all it takes. Someone new that comes from a different game, has a different perspective on certain things, comes in with a fresh pair of eyes and looks, wait a minute, maybe there's something to this villager rush. And he has the micro to pull it off. He has the brain, the APM. He has the micro, the finger movement to pull it all off. And yeah, it is something special. And I think this is going to be GG. And Shake is just trolling right here. They're probably talking in game, yeah. And that is just the GG right there. What an insane game. We've seen it before. You guys really enjoyed the last villager rush that we saw. So I'm going to give it to you boys again. And look at the villager on both sides. Oh, God, it's genius. And he makes those extra pikes to apply pressure at the start. It kind of covers the villager's weakness as well. The CDB's one weakness is kind of Hussars, mass Hussars. So by making pikes, it covers that weakness as well. And it covers their siege weakness because they need some extra siege as well. So it's such a good combination. French CDBs and pikemen. What an insane build that is. Guys, hope you enjoyed that game, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.